Lisa Calamo, and welcome to our webcast with Cooper Levenson attorneys Alexander Rigdon and Cynthia Grob. Today we have Sal Cocivera, financial planner and president of Core Capital Advisors. Sal provides guidance to small business owners, corporate executives, and professionals nearing retirement with expertise in such areas as wealth accumulation, asset management, estate and retirement planning, and business succession planning. Welcome, Sal. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Sal.
Great.
Hey, Sal.
I
All
am
right.
going to now pass it over to Lexi to ask you your first question.
All right, Sal. You know I adore you. I love me some Sal.
Love you too.
So we have a lot of clients who are in the midst of a divorce, and they might be pretty soon either going to be receiving alimony or paying alimony, and their life is about to change in a very big way in terms of their budgeting, or already has. And a lot of times I think clients think that after the divorce is done, that's the time when they'll get a financial advisor involved. But what can you do, or how can you be a benefit to our clients who are trying to navigate pre-divorce financial planning?
So the unknown or the uncertainty that clients have as they're going through the process a lot of times is what slows the decision making up. I find that the more confidence people have in decisions that they have to make, the quicker maybe they'll move. So, from my perspective as a financial planner, the sooner we get to speak with someone, the better we are, and helping to mold their particular situation. So it's, the old saying is sometimes you're better off asking for forgiveness than permission, except in my world, when you're dealing with a marital situation such as this, you really want to understand what your options are and what the future may hold for you prior to making some of those decisions. And then, at least when you're signing on the bottom line, you have some confidence in what your future is going to look like.
Yeah, that would be very helpful. Some people, they don't even know where to begin in terms of an alimony number, or they don't know how they're going to survive paying a certain amount.
Exactly. And what a lot of people, in my mind, don't really think about is you're taking what used to be the assets and the income for one household, and you have to divide it into two. And a lot of times what happens is you still want to live the life that you led, but I would say that there's not too many people out there that if you just took their income, divided it in two, that they could still turn around and live that same life. And therefore, understanding the ramifications of your decisions ahead of time, to me, is vitally important. Not only from a maybe a physical or life standpoint, but also from a psychological standpoint.
Agreed. And Sal, a lot of times we encounter folks, sometimes even after they've reached an agreement, and they're coming to us for assistance and thinking about how they're going to live after, because they haven't done this planning during the process. And a lot of times that comes in connection with a client receiving a share of a retirement asset or a share of assets, whatever it may be, and trying to decipher how to utilize those. When clients come to you with that, what's your best advice for them? How do you help them understand what the consequences of utilization of those funds are, et cetera?
So, again, the sooner we get to you, the better, because we can plot it out. But each asset is going to have a let's say a tax aspect as well as an income aspect, and everyone's situation is a little bit different. There are some decisions that you're going to want to make with a big picture perspective. You're right. There are a lot of assets maybe all over. Some of them may be liquid, such as an investment account or a bank account. Others, such as an IRA, may come with income tax consequences that you didn't think about. And then there's others that may be completely illiquid, such as a piece of real estate, your primary home. Maybe it's a pension that you can't access till down the road. And there's decisions that should be made ahead of time. For instance, on a retirement plan, if you're going to receive a piece of your former spouse's 401k and you think you're going to need to live off of that money, there's ways to have that transition over to you that put you in a better income tax situation than others. But you better understand what those are before you actually start putting things in motion, or you could wind up in a situation where the government became a much bigger partner than you really wanted.
And it's important because, you know, Cynthia and I are family lawyers, and, you know, we know that if you withdraw from a 401k, you're going to be hit with taxes. But other than that, you know, we're not accountants, we're not financial advisors. And so I know your firm does both, and the clients really need that because they can't rely on us for that type of advice. So.
And it's a great point. I don't give legal advice. I certainly don't do that. And you know, there's a lot of times where clients will come and, you know, well, what do you think? What should I get? And the answer is, as we know, there is no easy answer, and there's no simple answer. What I found though is when you work as a team, and that team consists of the attorney, of the financial advisor, the accountants, and maybe other experts as needed. Again, things move a little bit better. It doesn't mean that they're going to move faster, but ultimately what you wind up is a client that at least a little bit happier at the end, because there's no surprises. And, you know, quite frankly, you know, they're not bad mouthing their attorney and talking about how bad of a deal that they got on the back end, which happens all the time. I mean, and it shouldn't be that way. But, you know, that's where the financial advisor really needs to be brought in as soon as possible.
Yeah, and I think along those lines, Lexi and I are real careful to make sure that we have educated clients, and professionals like you really do help us in our assistance of our clients, so that our clients are looking at a big picture versus this, how can I get out of this as quickly and efficiently as possible? But it adds in the picture of planning and really taking a good dive into how will I support myself, whether it's with my obligation going forward or in receipt of this other these funds. How can I best budget that? And you know, it definitely is an invaluable service that you can assist us with, and professionals like you assist us with.
Thank you. I would agree.
Thanks for answering those couple of questions. Now, we like to end on a fun question. So I'm going to pose this question, and Sal, if you could answer first, that would be great. What famous person or people share your birthday?
Well, the most famous or infamous one for me would be Anna Nicole Smith. And I would also throw out on the other side, you have Jon Stewart, Randy Newman, Paul Schaefer from the Letterman Show, and Barry Gordy from Motown fame.
Nice. Cynthia?
Oh, well, I share my birthday, I learned today, thankfully, with Savannah Guthrie, who I think is a nice, reputable person for me to share my birthday with. And then I learned today also have a collection of professional wrestlers, including China, that share my birthday. I don't have the best birthday, so it arrives really soon after Christmas. So I'm thankful that not too many people share it with me, because sometimes it's a little rough, but that's all I got.
Well, I share my birthday with Carrie Underwood, Chuck Norris, Sharon Stone, and I'm not proud to say this, but also Osama bin Laden. So I drew the short straw there.
Wide array.
You do have Carrie Underwood, so
I do have Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
You know, but yes, that's
and Chuck Norris.
The Chuck Norris.Maybe they cancel each other out, but it's not the best. But I have to, full disclosure on Cherry Hill Squares. So,
Lisa, how about you?
My two fun ones, and again, I found this out today, just like you, Cynthia. Alicia Keys and Virginia Woolf. So
nice.
Yeah.
So you're not afraid of her?
I am not.
I was just thinking that.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Sal. It was great chatting with you.
This was a pleasure. Thank you so much, ladies.
Sal's the best.
Thank you, Sal.
Thank you.
Bye.